Hello, beautiful souls. Thank you so much for tapping in, turning on, tuning in with Enchanting Babble on our revolutionary rise of high that is happening here at this motherfucking time. Welcome. Hello. So a few quick announcements before I go and just dive in. I haven't done one of these and give it a little spin as I go on a car ride. We go on an evolutionary high here and stuff like that. So definitely follow me on all my other social media platforms. Instagram at Enchantress, TikTok at Alchemistic Poetess. What is up with this car? Here on YouTube, Enchantress the Babbler. Go to my website at enchantressthebabbler.com. Definitely go read my blog over there. Definitely read my blog on Blogger, enchantingbabble.blogspot.com. Also go check out my latest blog on enchantressthebabbler.com, which talks about the vision book inspiration that I received. Let's stitch vision boards where others get to see and then taint with their other, with their, I don't want to say evil eye. I don't like to get all into that kind of energy, because not everybody's like that, but sometimes a lot of people are like that. But even if it's unintentional, like they don't even realize the energy that they be in and the lower vibrational energy and all this other kind of stuff. But we're not going to say that, we're not going to think negatively and all this kind of stuff, but we got to protect that which we wish to create and stuff like that. So definitely go read the blog over there, watch the video over there, watch the YouTube video over here, but the video is over there too, where I'm sharing with you this book that my dad had given me that I've been for a while, like, what am I going to do with it? What am I going to do with it? And stuff like that. And so I also shared on the blog my story of previously, like years ago, I had did a vision board. And then just to make a long story short, I used to have like study groups in my house and all this other kind of stuff. And this chick that I was friends with and all this other kind of stuff. But, sometimes we let the devil in our house, right? Yeah, you know what I mean? And so, we got to be careful. This is where discernment comes in. It's keen, right? So, so this little witch, right, was into her own dark shit, and she tainted my board. Like, when I learned about all the stuff that she was doing behind the scenes and stuff like that, that was against me and my family and all this other kind of things, that's a story in itself. But one of the things that she did to my vision board, which I learned later, was she scratched it. She scratched places, and it was like unseen, like you can't really see, but when you look closely at my vision board, you saw all these scratches. But either way, so it tainted, it stained, right? It put like a stain on. Look, and there's like cops lit up over there at this car. So that's what I'm saying. Like we gotta be vigilant with our discernment about whom we allow into our environment, because it's crucial. It's important to be mindful about the type of people that, looks could be deceiving type of stuff, you know what I mean? So, and it can be rough and it can be tough, and sometimes we can like people and things like that, like, but that doesn't mean that they should be in our lives and stuff like that. So, so I get a little bit nervous because there's a car over there, and then he was looking over here, and then he just smiled over here, and then it's just like, whatever, because they know I'm recording, and this is the world of social media and stuff like that. So, I still get a little bit nervous and a little bit like whatever, because it's like when you do it, you feel like everybody else. No, I've been doing this before everybody else was doing it. You know what I mean? But it doesn't matter. It is what it is. This is the world that we're in, and this is just what happens. Like, we're trending. You know what I mean? But either way, this brings it back to like back in the day when I first started, and I used to do a lot of car ride babbles and things like that. So whatever the case may be. But either way, right? So it's just, let us, what was I saying? I got a little nervous. Right? So, be great, do great. And anybody that doesn't understand what you do, doesn't vibe with what you do, oh, fudgy well, they don't have to. You know what I mean? So, so yeah. So either way, the vision book, which is inspired by Bossy Bruja, because she was inspired by somebody else that gave her the idea too, but she shared it on her social media, and I happened to see that post, and whatever the case may be. And so, oh yeah, that's what I was saying. So because of that situation that had occurred, like since that vision board thing and stuff like that, like I'm very visual, and yeah, I've had Pinterest, I do a lot of stuff, and visions, I'm a master manifester in so many different ways, like, you know what I mean? But like the vision board itself kind of has had this stain, right? Because of that experience. Like there was like this element to it that just kind of like, it tainted it for me. So this beautiful book that my dad had given me a while back, and so as of recently, and you know, and that's what's funny, when you get into the alignment, the alchemy of you and all that you do, you're gonna come across, you're gonna be inspired, you're gonna find the things that align with your alchemy, that, you know, is synchronistic to that which you are creating, that which you are manifesting. So I have been asking, like, you know, I have been putting it out there, like, what am I gonna use this book for? Like, I want to use it for something because it's beautiful, and it got like these parchment papers kind of thing, and you know, like whatever, and it's really, really nice. The book is just beautiful, and I'm like, I don't want to just use it for anything, like, you know what I mean? So and that's another thing too, like learning to be patient with that intuitive divine alignment and alchemy, that answer. When you know truth, there is no question, right? So don't be so hasty, don't be so rash with thinking you need to do something, and then you do something in a rush, or you do something like half-assed, like, you know, like, oh, because you have to. Trust me, I've been so impatient in so many different things in my life that I wish I was more patient for, because then I learned later, like, oh fudge, like I wish that, you know, I waited a little bit longer, because I would have did it this way, or I would have did it this way, or, you know, whatever the case may be. So as you grow and you know, hopefully you get to know, and when you know better, you do better, and all this other kind of stuff, like you do better, and period, like that. Like, so anyways, so I've been patient. I don't make no moves until I know, and how I know is that there is no question, right? So that's deep right there. So write that shit down if you have to, and all this other kind of stuff. Take it all in, meditate upon that, right? When there is truth, there is no question, period, right? So I've been asking, and then I stumble across her post, right? And she's like, never met it. She was like, that she got it from whomever she got it from, inspired or whatever, by whomever she got it inspired from. That's her story, that's her greatness, that's her thing, right? And she's showing this book, and boom, boom, it just hits. And I'm just like, oh, yeah, baby. It hit so hard, I knew which book. I got started right away. I wrote a blog post about it. I shared it with my subscribers first, of course, on Instagram at Enchantress. You can subscribe to, you know what I mean? You can invest in you, and you can dive deep into the back streets of, you know, enchantingness with me. You know what I mean? There's a lot of evolutionary guidance behind the scenes over there happening for my subscribers on Instagram at Enchantress, right? So, and they get a lot of, you know, more stuff than I share publicly. Like, you know what I mean? Insights, guidance, and all this other kind of stuff in one-on-one with me anyways. Either way, that's not what this is about. So that's how you know truth, right? It's a divine hit. It's like taking a hit off of that good. That good, right? So either way, I'm so excited about it. Like, and then you get excited, and you know that when you're passionate about something, you inspire other people, right? So I'm over here doing my thing. It inspires my daughter. She's like, I'm gonna go get mine. She even cleared out a fucking drawer that she's been procrastinating on, right? Because she's real minimalistic, my daughter, about like her decor, her pattern, her stuff. Like we're total opposites in this department. Like, you know what I mean? Because I like you get a box. I got 20, but who cares? No big deal. I want more. You know, that's me, right? So she's like, for her, you know, she's doing a spring cleaning every fucking other week, getting rid of shit. And you want this? I'm gonna get rid of this, and selling shit and all this other kind of stuff. Like, that's her. Like, everything is spaced out, clean, like, you know, clean look, clean vibe, modernized, and all that kind of stuff, which is great. That is totally great, and I'm sure that she's more like that too because of my influence in her life, where she's like, I don't like clutter, I don't like this, I don't, you know, whatever. Good for her. We've had to find this yin and yang kind of balance, you know, like in our living arrangements and stuff like that, where, you know, it's we got a little of both of us there. You know what I'm saying? So, so yeah. So, you know, when you move with passion, when you move because you are divinely moved, so like I've been so passionate about it since I came across this that I've been doing it every day. Mind you, I'm busy. I'm busy. I got a lot of shit to do. I got a lot of things to do. I got a lot of places to go. A lot of people to meet. I got a lot of shit to do. I got a lot of shit to do, right? And so, yeah, and you just, so, you know, finding your own divine inspiration. I didn't know this Bible was going to be about that, but that's what I was just saying. Like, when you're passionate about something, you're passionate about something, right? And the things that you're doing. So either way, whatever the case may be, I guess this is about passions. Let's talk about our passions. Let's live our passions. Let's find what we're passionate about. Let's do that which we feel called upon to do without question. And, you know, so it's important to pose the questions out there. So me stumbling across this is because I put out into the universe that I wanted to know what I wanted to do with this, because it was time. It was time for me to use this thing. And I still was in my mind, like, what can I use it for? And then what I love about that is that, like, how distant I have been. Like, I'm a vision board person. I love vision boards. My phone said that we don't got no more space, and so with that, we got no more space, but we got cut off. But what I'm just saying is, find your inspiration, live your inspiration, be your inspiration. You are an inspiration, and so it shall be. Right? So definitely get on your whole vision book, right? Because it's all about you and your manifestations and what you want to do and how you want to do it. And it's just a beautiful thing to do too, right? And the privacy that is kept, right? Like, that bitch had tainted it for me, that I didn't want to. And as much as I may advise other people to do vision boards and all this kind of stuff, because it's great for manifesting and it's great to see, right? Because either way, we got cut off a little bit, and it is what it is at the end of the day. But I just want to say that I don't even know what I was saying anymore. I just wanted to properly say, you know, have a good day and all this other kind of stuff. But I know I was talking about the vision board and the vision book, right? So, you know, that's what I was saying. So, like, we all, like, I've advised people to do it because it actually is a good thing for you to do, to put yourself into the energy of that which you are creating and stuff like that. It's the whole ambiance of it, right? And stuff like that. But for me, you know, it was tainted, and it doesn't mean that it takes away from the coaching or the guidance that I might give to others, just because my experience is not everybody else's, you know what I'm saying? But after hearing her and like, it just aligned, it clicked, and I'm like, yeah, like, this is it, right? So this is it. Now is our time. Now is the time for us to burst the life and to not make any excuses about anything, to find your way. Your way might not be like everybody else's way, but what I love about this is that the book is, I'm a book whore, right? Like, I love to read. I have hundreds of books. I would have had probably thousands of books by now, but I've gotten rid of so many different things upon all my many different moves and all this other kind of stuff. But, like, I'm back to my hundreds, like, you know what I'm saying? And so, and I love books. I love the smell of books. I'm a writer. I love to write. Like, I've been writing for forever. Oh my goodness. So I got access into an email that I haven't had access to in so many years. So I checked, like, the notes of that email or whatever the case may be. I found so many old writings that got lost, that were, like, from other phones and things like that, like, that I have written. I came across this fucking poem that I wrote, I think in 2016. Then I came across this other poem that I wrote in, like, 2004. I have so many writings in there. I'm talking about hundreds upon hundreds of writings. So I'm going to be updating my blog with these old writings that I feel like it's like an archive. It's like, I can't, like, I was reading it and stuff like that. I'm like, oh my God, like, oh my God, I remember when I wrote this. Oh my God, I don't remember when I wrote this. Oh my God, I remember, like, you know, because I do a lot of automatic writing too and things like that. So I do a lot of channel writing. And so, and I just channel a lot, I trance a lot, I create a lot. And so even when I'm creating stuff, using my hands or doing stuff or working or whatever the case may be, like, you know, channeling would be me. And so, like, it just be like that. That's the life that I have. That's the life that I lead. That's just what's been going on for a very fucking long time. So either way, excited I am to share these old writings reason. Things are coming up for a reason. So if you tapped into a non-tuned in with me right now, things are coming up for a reason. It doesn't have to be bad, but it could just be like an old school you meeting the new school you. And the infusion of that too, and you're meeting the evolution of you. And it's just like, oh. And be proud of yourself. Be proud of yourself for how far you've come, all that you've been through, all that you've gone through, all that you've risen from, and all that you will continue to rise from, become, and be, and all this other kind of stuff. You know what I mean? So yeah, my arm is starting to like chicka boom boom. I feel it, and my shoulders are really freaking sore, and my triceps and my biceps are really motherfucking sore. You know, exercise is good for your life. So if you're hearing this and you're receiving this and you do active exercise too, then that's good for you. Then you're complete alignment. But if you're hearing this and you're like, I don't do no motherfucking exercise at all, well, what are you waiting for? Let's get to it, because healthy, wealthy, stealthy is our way to be, right? You gotta be good. And I'm talking about internally too, here in this human vessel, and the best take care of it the best that you can in the way that you can. And so the only way to do those kind of things is to do. If not you, then who? If not now, then when? You know what I'm saying, my friends? So either way,